Well, hello there, Miss Ann Kaye. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Penelope.
Well, thank you so much for allowing us to come into your home. Um, we are excited about featuring you in our Game On section, so to speak. We're featuring wonderful women that are still in the game, still interested in fashion and style and participating in life. Can you share with us how you developed this great style?
Well, thank you, first of all, for considering me stylish. I don't know. It's just something that you want to do. I come from a small town in Iowa, and I went to see Breakfast at Tiffany, and I knew I wanted to get out of there. So I packed my bags and left, and my vision was always to work in a big city and wear a hat and gloves and high heels, and never happened, but it was always a goal, and it's...
Have you always loved fashion? Has that been something that has been of interest to you your whole life?
Well, I have. But unfortunately, a lot of my clothes came from the church bazaar, and so you make the best of it, and sometimes you can turn them into something pretty spectacular. Well, maybe not spectacular, but something pretty nice.
So now you no longer have to shop at the church bazaar unless you choose.
No, I'm lucky.
And when you start developing, a taste for what works for you, do you have, what is it that you look for? What is it that you feel gives you've created such a chic look? How did you put that together?
Well, actually, I go to some place like Nordstrom for the basics, but then for something out of the ordinary, I go to little boutiques. And when Larry and I go bicycling in Europe, I try to pick something up there, and he's really good in encouraging me to, get out and do something different. And I like to bring little things back and go to San Francisco. Has some wonderful boutiques. Actually, Danville has some wonderful little boutiques that I love exploring, and I'm about to tackle Walnut Creek pretty soon.
there you go. I was there with you not too long ago at Foot Candy, and we were having a good time. Exactly. Do you have a particular designer that you like to work with? I know that you have a certain blouse designer that you like.
Well, I love Anne Fontaine.
Okay.
And I love Kate Spade jeans. I love Ralph Lauren clothes because sometimes I like to be, not trendy. I like to be, what do you call it?
More
Traditional.
classic?
Yes, I like that because that look seems to stay.
Well, you're tiny. You're such a petite. Do you find that a lot of clothes are just too much clothes? Too much for a tiny frame?
Well, sometimes, but I don't consider myself that tiny. But I always have to shorten everything. And sometimes I like the big look on top. Mm-hmm. It's like when you decorate a house, you don't bring in dinky little furniture because you have a small room. You fill it with nice pieces. And that's how I feel about like jewelry and accessories. Nice, big, chunky pieces. And big collars and that sort of thing.
So you're feeling good about making a statement and expressing yourself, so to speak.
Yes, at this age, I feel like I can wear anything I want to. Who's gonna say, "Oh, you're not in style"?
Exactly. That does bring up a really important piece, and that is that so many women, as they mature and they get into their 40s, late 40s and 50s and 60s and so on, and they kind of lose an interest. They find themselves feeling very invisible, and they no longer want to participate in fashion. And that obviously has not been your case. What has made that difference for you?
Oh, well, when I lost a lot of weight, then it was more fun to dress. Oh my gosh, I could wear so many things, and having a wonderful husband like I have, he really encourages me too. I'll say, "Oh, we can't afford that." He's saying, "Well, you should get that."
That's nice.
Yes, it is. And so, the combination of Larry and just being able to wear some things that I couldn't before. It just makes it more fun.
Well, and I know that you've come down this path of modeling and acting at this time in your life. How are you doing with that? Are you enjoying that process?
Well, I'm loving it. I just want to do more and really get involved in it, because it is so fun and it's so rewarding. I mean, there's not a lot of money there for me yet, but it's just a good feeling, feeling of I'm not dead yet.
Exactly, and participating in it's such a diverse group in this industry.
Well,
we get
that's
to
for sure.
work with some great young people and all different ages and ethnicities, and
Yes.
that certainly makes life creative.
Well, it stretches you, and you really need to stretch to enjoy life, and that's what it's all about.
I think that's a continual thread, and that's obviously what you're doing. Well, thank you so much for allowing us to come into your home and for us to be able to photograph you and help inspire women. Thank you.
You're very welcome, and thank you for all that you've done for me.